back, guys, to the Jebus family channel, our second channel, first to treasure hunting with Jebus. So today we're going to talk about eBay. We're going to talk about how to calculate shipping on eBay and also go through stuff that we have sold on eBay. So this is kind of a how-to for all that stuff.
So we get messages 24/7 asking us where do we sell our stuff. So not only you've seen us do flea markets, we sell quite a bit on eBay too. And we're going to go over why you should sell something on eBay and how to tell if it's really worth selling on eBay, because that's a big thing. Some things are just not worth it, and we're gonna tell you how at least we determine it. Not saying this system's correct or bad, it's just the way we do it. Everyone's different. So at the end, we're also gonna show you how much money we made total in about 10 days of listing on eBay. The last 10 days, that's all we're gonna show you for, security purposes, 10 days. So let's get into it. All right, so when you first get to the eBay homepage, we're gonna show you the first thing we do, and that's determine if something is worth selling on eBay. I'm gonna show you one mistake that a lot of people make, and it's kind of annoying, but it's just the way it is. People are inexperienced. So what a lot of people do is they go here. Let's say we found, give me an example. It's something really random.
Let's do, I don't know. What Beats by Dre speaker?
Okay, Beats by Dre speaker, okay? So a lot of people will go in here and say, look, it's worth this, $88, it's worth $99, it's worth this. This is not what it's worth, okay? What you're seeing here is what somebody listed this at. I can find the same speaker and list it on here for $999 million, and it'll show up on here for $999 million. So never make your prices off of this, because this is just what people are listing at. Sometimes they list stupid low, but more than likely they list stupid high. So what you want to do is go over all the way to the left and go down, and you got to keep going down. First, if you're getting it out of a storage unit like we are, we usually will also check used, because 9 out of 10 times what you're selling is used. So we're gonna hit used, but the important thing we gotta do here is hit sold items. Now this will show you what they actually sold at. See how you were seeing 99, 100, 99, 100? No, that's what people are listing at. What they're selling for, 40, 56, 40. That one sold for 112. This is where you're gonna get what it's gonna get, or what it's gonna sell for, I guess, so that makes more sense. This is where you're gonna do that at. Don't ever trust the homepage, because again, people list stuff stupid high. We've all made that mistake. You're gonna get on there and be like, oh, it's worth $1,000. Like, I did it, I got this. And then you see what they actually sold it for, and they sold it for like 70. You're like, oh, it happens.
And one tip for your phone, if you are an avid storage unit buyer and you do this a lot and you want to look up something on the fly, if you type in something or scan a barcode into your phone, you can actually go down to your sold, like where he marks sold, and lock it. So then every time you go in there, it'll show only the sold listings and you'll never get confused.
And another thing I wanted to show you on the phone here too is if you're lazy like us and something's still in the box, let me make sure you can see this, hold on. Yeah, you can see it. You hit the little picture here, and you can actually scan this, and your phone becomes a barcode scanner. So when something's in a box, this makes it a lot easier to look it up. Don't be posing back there. That looks weird. That's like camera on camera. But you can scan the barcodes and then filter it out that way. So that's how we determine if it's worth it, right there. So for us, usually if I think we'll get over $30 for it, I'll put it on eBay. If it's less than $30 to me, I don't mess with it. I'll just take it to the flea market or something like that. So that's step one. All
right, next we're gonna show you how to do shipping on eBay, or how to list an item too. So before we do that, I wanted to show you how we ship and get all that information. So we actually got this little nice scale here, and unplug, plug. All right, so it goes down to the ounce. So this is kind of the scale you're gonna need. You can't use a regular weighing scale like for a person, because it doesn't give you down to the ounce, or like this exact. So I'm gonna just put the tape measure on there just to show you guys. So tape measures 4.7 ounces. You even have a little thing over here to hold it if you need to, I guess, go somewhere and come back and remember. So you have that, but also you want a tape measure. So basically, when we get stuff in the garage, we want to usually try and take that item and put it in the box that we're gonna ship it in, so we already know. So we use this, take the measurements. If it's a flat rate, there's already a pre-recorded thing on eBay, which you'll see. But otherwise, take your measurements. You need length, you need height, and you need width. I had to do that one more time. Width. So once you have those measurements, we're gonna go into eBay and input them and see what shipping will cost. All right, so if you didn't know about USPS, which is your United States Postal Service's flat rate program, I guess you call it program, shipping service, they have certain boxes that are different sizes that cost a flat rate. So we have this box right here that goes for about $7 or $8, maybe DVD, maybe some books, something like that. In each one of these boxes, you can put something for 0.1 ounces up to 70 pounds, as long as it can fit in that box and actually fold along these perforations on here, which are very noticeable. It ships in it. So you go to their website, they actually have a shipping part on their website. You can order all this stuff for free. You can order as many as they can pretty much give you. I ordered 2 things of each just to start. So the next one, this is the small flat rate. And they have 2 mediums. I wish they had 2 larges, because I wish they had a large that was like this one. But this is just a longer version of the medium flat rate. This goes for about $15. This is also medium, and this is more of like the normal box shape like that. This is also $15. And then this is the large flat rate, and that's about $20.
So the reason a lot of people prefer these is whether it's 1 pound or 70 pounds, it's the same flat rate, hence the name flat rate box. So if you're shipping something that's extremely heavy and you would have to weigh it, ship it in your own box, it's probably gonna cost you a lot more than it would cost you just to put it in the flat rate box. So we always keep those handy, and that if you're lazy too, you don't have to sit there and let's see how much it weighs, let's measure the dimensions. It's gonna cost the same no matter what. So those help you if you're lazy, and they help you with super heavy stuff. Now we're gonna show you that if your item doesn't fit in a flat rate or you don't think it's that heavy, how to ship stuff yourself on eBay and how to use those dimensions and weights you got earlier to calculate your own shipping costs. Now I don't know if this is the most effective way, but this is the way we calculate shipping, and it's pretty easy to do. So you're gonna go into eBay and you're gonna hit sell like you're gonna sell something. After you click sell, you'll get on the normal page, and we're just gonna do something random here. We're selling a digital, that's what we're selling. This is just to show you how to calculate the weight. So when you do that, look what it suggested, Magic the Gathering cards. I guess that's, all right. So you're gonna just scroll past all this junk right here.
By the way, this junk that he's scrolling past, this is all the information you have to input when you do sell something on eBay.
Yeah.
So just go through everything, super easy, just follow the prompts, that's all.
Yep. So for shipping though, you're gonna go right to where it says calculate shipping here. So you go in here, more than likely it's gonna be a package. So we'll just stay with package. Let's just make up some dimensions here. 8 by 6 by 2, why not? And it weighed 2 pounds and 4 ounces, sure. And put your zip code, and if you think you're like fancy for some reason, you think you should charge people for having to package stuff up, you can put a handling fee there. I've never done that myself because, yeah, I'm not like that. In domestic, you would put the buyer's zip code. So let's say they live in 82367, wherever that's at. If that's your zip code, please tell me, I'll feel satisfied. And then hit calculate shipping. And boom, it's gonna tell you exactly what you're gonna have to pay. So, USPS ground like that, 906. Media mail, now if media mail means you're shipping like a book, a DVD, a software, something like that, there's very specific standards with that, but that's always gonna be your cheapest option if you're shipping that kind of thing. So definitely utilize media mail, but if not, you don't do that because you'll get in trouble. If you try to ship something that's not media mail and a media mail shipping label and they figure it out, you can get in trouble, so don't try to cheat the system. But it'll tell you what you can do right here. This is how much it's gonna cost you. So look at that. So when you look at those sold listings like we did earlier on eBay and they say free shipping on it, remember, you're gonna take that sale price and subtract this shipping cost from it too. And then also remember, when you sell something on eBay, they charge you 10% to list it too. So you're gonna take that selling fee minus the shipping, minus 10%, and then usually about 3% to get your money out of PayPal. So total price minus 13% minus shipping costs, and then see that price. That's what you're actually gonna get. Is that worth your time listing it on eBay? That's how we determine it, because sometimes you can see something is like, it's 50 bucks and you're like, sweet, that's good. And you go to calculate shipping, you're like, oh, shipping's $28. It's actually $22. Then eBay's gonna take 2% or 10%, so now it's only $20. And then PayPal's gonna take 3%. Now it's only 19 something, and you're like, dang, is it really even worth it? You gotta take all this into consideration, or you're gonna screw yourself up. I've done it before. It sucks when you miscalculate shipping and you sell something, and then you realize shipping costs more, and you have that choice. What do you wanna do? Mess someone up and they'll give you a bad review, or just lose out on the product? So do your homework beforehand, and you'll stay out of it. The last thing we want to talk about before we show you, all the beautiful money we've made on eBay in the last 10 days. It is beautiful.
It is.
is just basically, if you've never done this before, how to do it from scratch. So we're gonna give you the rundown on how simple it is. So title, again, self-explanatory. What are you selling? The title. This, I don't recommend doing this because they're gonna charge you $1 to list unless you're selling something that's like really high value and you want extra words in your title that you can't fit up there. So if you're selling like a $30 or $40 item, I wouldn't put a subtitle there. Category. Make sure you put the right category. It's gonna auto-suggest stuff, but it can auto-suggest wrong. For example, we just listed a lot of all the broken phones about 4 days ago. I didn't look at this, and then I get an email that my listing was taken down because they put it in the phone case category, and I just figured they'd get it right, but they didn't. They took it down, and we had to relist it after it had bids on it, and I was like, I was kind of mad. So pay attention to that. Pay attention.
So this also happened recently with like the books that we listed. So we listed the comic books and the Garfield books. Now, when you do books, it's supposed to be medium mail, and you can actually print your labels through eBay to do that. And for some reason, the Garfield books didn't have a medium mail option, but the comic books did. So I'm assuming that had to do with the category. So look within each one of the like subcategories and make sure it's as accurate as possible.
Yeah, because if it said Garfield collectibles, and you're not getting media mail.
Yeah.
But if it's Garfield books, there you go. You'll save a lot of money. So pay attention to those categories. UPC, if your item's in the box, you can put the UPC in there because that's how some people will search for certain things. That'll again help yours in rankings. Condition, don't lie. Don't lie.
eBay will come after you if you lie.
Be honest. If it doesn't look in that great a condition, be honest. Usually you get more categories in this. I don't know why it's not showing to me. Usually you get like new, like new, pre-owned, used, or broken.
Once you hit used, doesn't it?
No, it's not giving me. I think it depends on what you list, but
okay.
Be honest.
Well, you listed blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I don't think whatever that has all those options. So photos, self-explanatory. Take 12 pictures. Put your best one in as the first one up there, and the rest just take pictures from everywhere because you'll find out people will ask you stupid questions about everything. You can be like, I'm selling this laser pointer, and they'll be like, so from the purple to the tip, what's the diameter in millimeters? Like, just take pictures of everything. People are very weird and picky. And all this stuff, half the time, I don't even fill this out. This is basically just if you want people to be able to find your stuff better, like your brands and the age level and all that stuff.
And also, when I list stuff on eBay, I make sure that anything that I fill out under item specifics, I 100% know to be true. Everything else, none of everything's optional, so you don't have to fill out everything. So make sure that what you mark is 100% accurate.
If you're like, I think it's that, don't mark it, because if you mark it wrong, they can technically just file a thing against you and get their money right back, even though you gave it to them. So don't mark it unless you're 100,000% sure what you're marking is completely accurate. So same thing, blah, 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 blah. Item description here, talk about it. I usually will put in there right straight up. I found this in a storage unit. I don't know if this works. I don't know, blah, 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 blah. I'm as honest as can be. And you'll realize things will still sell like that, and you protect your own self, because then if they buy it like it doesn't even work, I'm like, yep, guess what? I told you that. It was in the description. I didn't know if it worked. You protect yourself, and you make it easier for the people buying. And again, you can choose between two formats. Fixed price is usually like if you know what it costs, like you see every single one sells for like 19, 20, 20, 19, 21, 20, put it at a fixed price, $20. If it's one of those things where you're like, you see the prices are kind of all over the place, one sold for 100, one sold for 300, one sold for that, and you're like, I think I can get more, I like auction. So for example, if you remember the, what was it called? Turbo Express thingy we found, the broken ones were going for like $180, but then the games were also selling for like $5, $6 a piece. So I was like, should I list it at $180 or put it at auction? So we put it at auction and ended up selling like for quite a bit more than the $180 we would have listed it at before. So if I think people are gonna fight over it, I'm putting it in the auction, because the more they fight, the more money we make. And where else? Okay, starting price is if you're bidding, and you can add a buy it now price if you want to, and you can put a reserve in there, but the reserve is going to cost you extra. They're going to charge you like more of a percent of what you sell. So I don't ever use a reserve. Like if I when I do an auction, I started at the bare minimum I would take for that item. So like with the Turbo Express, I think I started at like $150, and it ended up going up to like 2 something, closer to 3. So started out with the lowest you're willing to take. And other than that, guys, it's pretty much self-explanatory.
All right, now we're gonna scroll through a little tab we have on here, which is pretty cool to look through every now and then, which is our sold tab. So you can actually see on the left you have an active, unsold, and sold. So on your account you can go through that, which is pretty cool. But let's go through our sold. So we just sold the Garfield books for $20.50. Buyer paid $14. I think we actually made a profit on shipping on that one, but whatever. It happens. You lose some, you win some. Sometimes you break even. It is what it is. Next we have the Space Beaver comic book lot, which was $15. Both of those were actually auctioned. G.I. Joe was listed as an auction and went for $20.
Can I point this out?
Yeah, the note from the buyer, please send with your autograph. I'm a big fan of your channel.
We did.
So, if any of you guys buy off our eBay store or even Poshmark, if you want something like that, just let us know. We'll definitely put a piece of paper in there and sign it, no problem. Pictures with an autograph is a little bit harder because we have to like go get pictures. And then,
I don't have pictures of myself.
Yeah, no pictures of ourselves. So if you just want a regular autograph, that's cool. Let's see. Magic the Gathering cards, what we found the other day, went for $85.
A little less than we wanted, but
that's all right. And then this next one you see $55, and it has like 2 items listed under it. You have the PlayStation 1 console and then the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis, which were both up for auction, and the same buyer bought all 3.
Yep.
The next is so this you're gonna run into a lot, and it is very annoying.
Very.
So we listed a lot of smartphones, sold for $80. I think they actually offered to pay $80. So they said, here's my offer, we accepted it, and they still haven't paid yet. So after how long?
2 days.
But how long do they have to pay? Until
2 days. After 2 days, eBay will open up a claim against them. You can there's a setting somewhere you can put it in there. I suggest you do. I don't remember where it's at, or I'll show you. It was a long time ago. But there's a setting that you can put in there that after 2 days, eBay will automatically open a case up against them. And it kind of sucks because all you can do is just bug them by sending them invoices over and over again, which get out of here. You can bug them by sending them invoices over and over again, but if they just don't pay, they just don't pay. And basically, your item just gets stuck on hold for a week, and then you can relist it again. But once they do that, I just block them so they can't bid on anything else we do. So it's annoying, but it's part of the business.
Yeah. And then the Flashpoint Zoom R2S Mini for $20. That was actually in the camera bag.
Yeah, I want to say something funny about this after you go through it all.
Oh, okay. Wait, after
you go through the camera stuff.
Okay, so the Polaris flash meter, $59. The Sony Alpha digital camera, $275. The Canon Zoom list, $295. And this was all in one bag with a bunch of camera stuff initially.
I want to say something that I learned just recently. If you find stuff, don't list it as a lot. Break it up and sell it individually, because the funny thing is, all this camera stuff, including the bag, which you don't see on here, and a few other pieces, I had listed for $400, and it never got a bid, never sold. For $400, all of it, plus more. But then we break it up, and then you get 20 for this, 60 for this, so that's $80, and that's $275 plus that. So just these 2 things alone is worth, like, I mean, way more than we listed everything for. So overall, we probably made $200 plus more than we would have made listing them as a lot, and I just didn't think about doing it. But literally, $400 for all of this plus more, never got a bid. Broke it up, sold it like that.
So yeah, with lots of stuff like that, if it's all different things like phones or laptops or all tablets or something like that, that's a different story. Lot them up. You'll be able to sell them on auction. But with like the camera stuff, if you think about it, you're like, okay, well, one person might need this, one person might need that. It's all different stuff. So just keep that in mind. It was
honestly me just being lazy. I didn't want to, I mean, I'm being straight honest with you. I didn't want to have to list every individual thing, but hey, it worked to our favor.
Yep. So the next is the 10K Yellow Gold Safe Driver Federal Express Award emblems for $31. Then we have the Texas Instruments TI-83 for $25. The Nintendo Wii for $41. All the game consoles, I'm pretty sure we listed on auction. Every single one of them. Mm-hmm. Because that's something that you know people will bid against. Because most of them, they're either getting them for a collection, or they used to like all these video games and they're trying to get them. They're gonna fight for them. So auction's the best bet.
And also, you can see shipping. We charged $20 for pretty much all the consoles because we made sure they all fit in that large flat rate box. So you know you wouldn't lose out in shipping. But unfortunately, we thought that, But this big boy right here, this big mama, the PlayStation 3, would not fit in that $20 box. We found out afterwards, so we ended up having to pay $26 for shipping on that, and actually lost out $6 on the 31 that we got. So that's what we're talking about. Do your homework before. We're learning the hard way. We've sold little bits here and now over the years on eBay, but now we're like really getting into it. We're learning the hard way. Make sure you weigh beforehand, because that was a $6 loss there.
The Dreamcast controller, a lot of 4, it was $26.88 to be exact. Bushnell sunglasses actually went higher than we thought. It was $26. That was auction as well.
Yeah, that was like $5 until the last like 2 hours, and it just shot up out of nowhere to 26, and I was like, sweet.
So something else that you can see as a seller on eBay, if you put it on an auction, you can see how many views your item got, how many watchers they have, how many bids they have.
If you have the app on the phone, you'll get that beautiful when you're just doing nothing, you hear a cha-ching! You're like, what happened? That cha-ching, if you get that cha-ching notification, somebody bought something, somebody bid on something, it's always good. If you hear that wing, then you should probably be nervous, because that's usually somebody sending a message, and they're not usually good. All right.
Next is the autographed Ralphie May DVD, $10. We knew that wouldn't go for much.
Yeah.
He's actually signed a lot of them, so we knew that was gonna be low. The Danbury Mint Twin Towers, $20. I want to point out with this item, there was stuff broken on it, so if you see any chips or anything, make sure you take pictures of those and also put it in the description of the listing.
So like this one, I'm supposed to have a flag on top here. So I made sure when I took the pictures, I took an overhead picture showing it, so then they can't get it and be like, hey, it's broken, I didn't know that. Guess what? You did. I put it in the description, and I showed you pictures of it. You knew what you were getting.
So if any, and a lot of the times we'll also put in the description, you are buying what you see in the pictures.
Yeah, protect yourself, because most people, it's like the real world. Most people are good people, but there are scammers out there, and they'll try to get you like that. They will.
All right, next is the set of throwing knives for $17.50. The Pillsbury Doughboy plush for $5.
See, this is another thing we thought would go higher. We probably should have put like a flat buy on it, not auction. We started the auction at $5, and shipping was only $7. Then it ended up costing what, like $11 to ship it. Yeah. So I mean, when it was all said and done, we made like $1 on him.
That's all right.
It's whatever.
You live and learn.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Nintendo 64 console, $50. The Turbo Express was $255.
See, that's what I was talking about. This is going for like $180 broken. That's why I put it up for auction, because it had the games. I thought it would go higher, and it did.
Nintendo NES lot, $86. The Robotech Macross Saga, $20. The Elite Folio, $250.
$250. Let's go to the next page.
That laptop.
Yep. That's actually nothing. We didn't find that.
that was our Yeti microphone, but I don't know, the camera's mic compared to this was just way superior.
And
so
it was just sitting around.
We didn't really use it that often anymore.
Yeah.
The Beats Pill XL speaker, pill only, $150.
So, as a few people pointed out, if you're like an Apple user, this thing was actually recalled, so you can send it into Apple, and it takes like apparently like 4 to 5 weeks, but you can actually get like a $300 credit to the Apple store. But our whole household, nobody likes Apple, so we're like, we'll just put it on here for half price, let somebody get it, double their money. I'm not, some people like get so angry when other people make money. I'm a reseller too. If you want to make money, I'll give you that room too. Remember, we got this whole unit there for $50, and if I can get $150 on one item and you can double your money too, we're all happy. I don't care if other people make money. That's what we're in here for, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, now we're getting like too far back, but this is like older stuff. Like these, you can see like back in September. Like this stuff was accounting. What I was really saying was starting back here, October 12th, and as we're recording this, second. As of recording, it's October 12th. This is back to October 2nd. So the last 10 days, like we said, and we still haven't, we still haven't got our payment for the phones. Right here, this guy, I don't like you no more. You like make me an offer and then not even pay for it. Why? I don't know why they do it. But as of now, guys, let's go up here and show you the grand total we made on eBay. Boom, $2,500 right now. Now again, obviously that's not all profit. You gotta take into consideration probably 350 of that was to ship the items back to the buyer. So cut that down to like 2,200. And then you gotta eBay takes 10% of what you sell. So take another something off that. You got about 2,000 there, and then your shipping supplies. We should probably spend like $60 when we got out here to buy a bunch of bubble wrap and things like that. So Still, like $1,500, $2,000 in 10 days, I call that pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
But again, we have to buy the storage units too, so the profit's not as high. But I said it before and I'll say it again, eBay and reselling is just our side work, really. It's just side hustle, just kind of fun. It's not our income. Our income is YouTube. This is just something we do to make extra money, and it's become really fun. I used to not like it.
Well, it's fun now that we have a system.
Yeah.
In our other house, we didn't have room for any
Nothing.
sorting or packaging of any type. So now that we have the garage and we have a setup where we can have shipping on one side, we have a table to package everything, we have cabinets and extra space to lay whatever we need out. Way easier, way less like overwhelming.
Yeah, there's no overwhelmingness. We have so much room now. I feel like just so much more open. Again, like we have room to buy big units. We have, I don't know, it's so much easier right here. We can recoup so much more money reselling and make so much more cash doing this. So I think that's all I have to say for eBay today.
My voice is like out.
It is.
All right, so a lot of people had requested this video. That's why we did it. Sorry to bore you if you're not into this stuff, but we needed to let you guys know how we did it. And again, I want to say this isn't the 100% correct way to do this. It's just how we do it. Everybody has their own system and different way to go about things. So this is just if you're starting out to give you an idea. Or if it's something that you do and you're like, hey, that'll make my life easier, then cool, we gave you a good tip. So take advice from other YouTubers as well. There's other YouTubers out there that give how-to videos on eBay. We also do Poshmark. That link's in the description. If you want to see how we do Poshmark, let us know. Other than that, we just sell on Facebook Marketplace. So
And the flea market.
and
Don't
the flea
forget
market. But I can't give you tips on the flea market. You just go do what you do at your own flea market.
Yep.
If you go to do at the flea market.
I just can't believe how much I love going there.
Yeah, flea market's super fun.
It really is.
I think most flea markets do. You have to pay for your space. So I think ours is like 20 bucks. Even at in Virginia, it was like 20 bucks. So keep in mind that you're gonna lose a little bit of money there. But I mean, overall, Facebook Marketplace is free, and that's super easy. I don't even have to do a tutorial on that one. What?
It's super easy to list.
Okay, but
dealing with people now. Dealing with people now. No.
All right, so that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please leave us a like and subscribe if you're new. And that's it. I don't know what to say. I always mess up the ending on these. But have fun, laugh more. Peace out.